From what we're seeing so far, the 2026 RAV4 looks like it's about to swing way harder than folks expected. Toyota's basically sneaking Lexus comfort and polish into their bread-and-butter SUV, but without hammering you with that luxury sticker. Hey guys, this is Scott from CarlandTV, and it's time to slide into the driver's seat because today we're talking about the 2026 Toyota RAV4 and why it's flexing Lexus vibes without the Lexus price. But first, do me a quick favor. Tap that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. It ain't required, but those clicks keep this thing rolling and make it easier for me to keep dropping solid car content straight to your screen. Now let's get back into it. Potential power and driving feel. Here's the deal with the 2026 RAV4. Toyota finally kicked gas-only models to the curb, and honestly, it's about damn time. Every single trim now runs hybrid. You've got a 2.5-liter four-banger paired with electric motors, and that means more punch with less of that wheezy groan the old ones were known for. The front-wheel drive setup gives you 226 horsepower, which is plenty for everyday runs. But if you want a little more traction and grip, the all-wheel drive version bumps it up to 236 horses. Not crazy power, but enough to keep things smooth and confident when you're merging or hitting the back roads. Now, the plug-in hybrid, that's where Toyota flexes. They cranked it up to 320 horsepower, and it can give you close to 50 miles of pure electric driving before the gas engine even wakes up. That's a solid upgrade from the last model's 42 miles. For a lot of folks, that means running errands, commuting to work, and even doing school drop-offs without touching a drop of gas. Just plug it in at night and you're good. Here's what I like most though. The hybrids quiet things down. The last RAV4 could get loud when you pushed it, almost drony. This new setup feels smoother, more refined, and closer to what you'd expect from a Lexus crossover. Add in the stiffer platform and better suspension tuning, and you've got a ride that feels a whole lot more grown-up. Damn, Toyota really leveled this one up. Interior and comfort. From what Toyota's shown so far, the inside of the 2026 RAV4 is where it starts to blur the line between everyday SUV and entry-level luxury. The big news is the redesigned cabin with much larger digital displays. Every trim gets a 12.3-inch driver display, and you can option a 10.5 or even 12.9-inch center screen. That's a big upgrade compared to what the old RAV4 was running, and it finally looks like it belongs in 2026. Toyota's also stepping up materials. The last RAV4 had a reputation for being practical but a little plasticky. The new one is expected to swap in more soft-touch surfaces, better trims, and an overall cleaner finish. It's not a Lexus, sure, but the idea is to get you close to that Lexus feel without the Lexus bill. Seats are being redesigned as well, with better padding and support, so longer drives should feel easier on your back. Space is basically holding steady, and that's not a bad thing. The outgoing RAV4 already had one of the more useful back seats and cargo holds in its class. Families should still have no trouble loading up for road trips or Costco runs. The only gamble here is Toyota's move to tuck more climate controls into the touchscreen. Some folks are going to miss the chunky knobs. Still, the rest of the interior updates look like a straight win. It's shaping up to feel premium, quiet, and comfortable enough that you'll double-check whether you bought a Toyota or a Lexus. Tech that punches above its weight. Here's where Toyota really started swinging at the competition. The 2026 RAV4 is loaded with tech that makes you shake your head and go, damn, this is supposed to be a mainstream SUV? Even the base trims come with a 12.3-inch digital driver's display, which used to be a luxury-only perk. On top of that, you're looking at a 10.5-inch touchscreen standard with a bigger 12.9-inch option if you want the full experience. Both run Toyota's newest software, way quicker and cleaner than the clunky setups from a few years back. Connectivity is dialed in too. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, so you're not fumbling with cords anymore. Higher trims throw in extras like a JBL audio system that actually bangs, a 360-degree camera so you don't sweat parking, and even a head-up display to keep your eyes on the road. Toyota is clearly borrowing a few pages out of Lexus's playbook here, and that's exactly what buyers want. The safety suite got juiced up as well. Toyota Safety Sense 4 is in play, and it brings in smarter adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, intersection monitoring, and even automatic emergency braking front and back. Basically, the stuff that makes your daily drive feel a little more stress-free. Bottom line, this tech package doesn't feel watered down. You're getting features that used to be reserved for folks spending 10 grand more. And that's the point of this new RAV4. It's mainstream money with premium toys baked in, hybrid, and FEV efficiency. Now, let's talk mileage and money, because that's where Toyota really locks folks in. The 2026 RAV4 is all hybrid. No plain gas models anymore. At first, Some people might flinch at that, but honestly, it makes sense. The old RAV4 hybrid was already the most popular trim, and now Toyota just said, screw it, let's make the whole lineup more efficient. So, what are you looking at? The standard hybrid is expected to pull numbers right around or even better than the 38 to 41 miles per gallon in the city and highway that the last RAV4 hybrid managed. That means less time at the pump, and with gas prices bouncing around like a yo-yo, that's money in your pocket. Plus, Toyota finally added a front-wheel drive hybrid version, which should squeeze out even better mileage than the all-wheel drive setup. The real wonder is the plug-in hybrid. Toyota is targeting about 50 miles of electric-only driving before the gas engine even fires up. That's a big jump from the 42 miles on the 2025 model. For a lot of folks, that covers the daily grind. Commute to work, swing by the store, pick up the kids, and you might not even touch a gallon of gas for days at a time. Just plug it in at night and roll out the next morning. And here's the thing. Unlike some of these turbo engines other brands push, Toyota's hybrids are proven to last. Less drama, fewer headaches, and efficiency that feels like you're winning every time you pass a gas station. Damn, that's hard to beat. Styling and trims that won't bore you. Now here's where Toyota had some fun with the 2026 RAV4. They could have just played it safe with a mild refresh, but nope, they gave it a sharper, bolder look that finally makes it stand out in the lot. The new front end is more squared off and aggressive. The wheel options stretch all the way to 20 inches, and the color palette is looking fresh. You've got new shades like Meteor Shower, Storm Cloud, Everest, and Urban Rock. Sounds more like hiking trails than paint, but damn, they pop in the Sunday deal. Trim-wise, Toyota made sure there's something for everybody. The Woodland Edition is still in play for folks who want to get muddy. It comes with all-terrain tires, roof rails, LED fog lamps, and a hitch ready for towing gear. That's the one you pick if weekend camping trips are your thing. On the other end, Toyota brought in the GR Sport. That's new for 2026, and it only comes as a plug-in hybrid with 320 horsepower, red calipers, sport-tuned suspension, and a spoiler out back. That trim screams attitude. Of course, you've still got the usual SE, LE, XSE, and limited models covering the spread. If you want budget-friendly, it's there. If you want something sporty with heated seats and a sunroof, it's there too. Toyota isn't just throwing one flavor at buyers. They set up the RAV4 lineup, so whether you're an outdoorsy type, a commuter, or someone who just wants a sharp daily driver, there's a version built for you. Value that will last. You know what folks care about once the shine wears off? The money. And this is where the 2026 RAV4 just makes sense. I've had plenty of shoppers cross-shop a CR-V or Tucson, and I always tell them, go ahead, run the numbers. 9 times out of 10, the Toyota gives you more for less headache. Honda's CR-V hybrid? Load it up and you're staring at a price tag north of 45 grand. Hyundai and Kia do the same trick with the Tucson and Sportage. They lure you in with flashy features, but when you're in the driver's seat, it doesn't really feel like you got your money's worth. That's where Toyota hits differently. You step into a RAV4 XSE or Limited, and you're sitting in a cabin that feels like it belongs in a pricier class, yet you didn't break the bank to get there. And let's not forget what happens a few years down the road. I've watched Toyotas roll back onto the lot 3 to 4 years old and still pull resale numbers that'll make you shake your head. Compare that to a Rogue or Sportage, and the difference is night and day. The RAV4 just doesn't bleed value the same way. So yeah, you're not just buying an SUV. You're buying peace of mind that your money's working harder for you. Damn, that's what makes people stick with Toyota year after year. Built to go the distance. When folks ask me why the RAV4 outsells just about everything else, this is the reason right here. It's not just about how it looks fresh off the lot, it's about how it still runs after years of real-life use. Toyota's track record speaks for itself. I've seen RAV4s come back with mileage that would scare off other brands, yet they're still shifting smoothly and pulling strong. The 2026 version is sticking with hybrid only for a reason. That setup has proven itself over and over in Toyotas all across America. You don't have to worry about finicky turbos or engines that feel like they're working overtime. Instead, you're getting a powertrain that's built to be both efficient and durable, which means fewer headaches and more time enjoying the drive. And let's be real, value doesn't just end at the dealership. Resale on a RAV4 is almost unfair compared to the competition. You put a used Toyota next to a Rogue, Tucson, or Sportage, and watch buyers swarm the RAV4 first. That's money you get back later, and that's peace of mind while you own it. So if you want a crossover that looks sharp, drives smoothly, saves you gas, and keeps its worth, the RAV4 is that move. It's built to go the distance, plain and simple. Damn, Toyota didn't just step up with the 2026 model. They set the bar for everybody else.